or legendary Prius, on a tough new Tacoma, powerful Tundra, or Toyota's best-selling SUV, the RAV4. But don't wait. Just like spring, the deals won't last. So see your Toyota dealer today.
There's never been a better time to find the Toyota that's just right for you at Toyota.com. You can explore our full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search our available inventory, see our latest offers, find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge because it's time to play ball. Baseball fans, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball. They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy. From saving early on to having income during retirement, Security Benefit can help you save for your future and leave a legacy for those you love. Security Benefit, proud sponsor of the LA Dodgers.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Ohtani swings, hammers it deep to right. This one's heading back to the wall. It is gone, a home run. And Ohtani ties the game with his 4th home run of the season.
Spend a fun night celebrating Women's Night at Dodger Stadium on Tuesday, April 29th versus the Miami Marlins. Champion all women in your family and lives. Purchase a special ticket package and receive an exclusive Women's Night crew neck sweatshirt. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and Rockies, Game 2 of this 3-game set. Dodgers won the series opener last night 5-3. Landon Knack looking to piggyback what Dustin May did last night. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. On your way to the game, you're going to enjoy listening to it, watching it. How about some Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi for you and the family? Made fresh, on-site daily by professionally trained sushi chefs with precision, passion, and a tradition you can taste. Tuna rolls, salmon rolls, tempura shrimp rolls. They got poke bowls. Find Zenshi near the deli counter at Ralph's. Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Always fast, fresh, and easy.
David Vassay. And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
It is Jackie Robinson Day at Dodger Stadium, and I'm joined right now by one of those bullpen dogs that helped the Dodgers win the World Series last year, and it was his first experience wearing the 42 in a Dodger uniform on Jackie Robinson Day, and that's the great Michael Kopech. Michael, thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
What was it like for you? I mean, you've been in Major League Baseball with a couple of other teams on Jackie Robinson Day, but what was it like for you to experience what you did at the statue?
I mean, I think Jackie Robinson Day in general is just like a really special day to baseball. It shows, not only the history of our country and the growth of this game all in one, but it encapsulates a great player breaking through that. But wearing 42 on your back, in a different uniform, it doesn't hit quite as hard as wearing it in the Dodger blue. And then it's cool we have the Brooklyn hat today. Yeah. But yeah, being out there, hearing how close Kareem's story is to Jackie, not in similarities, but how close their relationship actually overlapped, and then just to be able to experience, the emotions of that and what it felt like to have Dodger family and actually Jackie Robinson's family here. It was just really cool. It was really special. So I was happy to be a part of it.
You have so many different backgrounds in that clubhouse. Do you believe what Kareem said and what Jackie Robinson Day means resonates with everybody, no matter what their background is?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we live in a much different generation than then, but all things considered, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So to have, such a diverse clubhouse. And
Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the ninth, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
Two-away, Matt Shaw. Shaw looking for that first big league hit. 0 for 6, 3 Ks so far.
Hits off the glove of Dreyer, and Matt Shaw, that's his first big league hit, saved that baseball. You don't think so?
I don't know. That might be an E1.
Looking up on the scoreboard, there are no errors listed. There it is.
Congratulations on your first big league knock, Matt.
Save that ball for Matt Shaw.
So good, and you have to find a way. There's a little bit of that when you're doing a rehab stint too, but you don't know if you're going to bounce back when you have a bad day in rehab. So it can be this roller coaster of emotions if you ride every single feeling of every single day. But to have a high day makes it that a little bit easier, and you get to kind of just build off of that, like I said.
I have so much respect for you and for all those guys in the bullpen last year that were pushed to the limits to try to win the World Series. You guys were able to do that. I haven't talked to you about this, but what you guys did as a group is unprecedented to carry a pitching staff that far. How proud are you of that? And, I mean, literally left your arm out on the mound last year.
Yeah, I think the main thing is I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of a group that was that special. Whether one guy did the job every single night or, somebody needed to get picked up, like, we never shied away from that. And we had a group of guys that were willing to fight that battle all the way through. And to be a part of that group and a part of guys that are just so determined to win, no matter, what the feeling is or what the situation is. Like, the World Series was the end goal in sight, and that was what we were all working towards. So to be a part of a group that worked that hard for it, I was incredibly proud of.
Michael Kopech's name will forever be part of Dodger history, part of those bullpen dogs, and it's scary to think that the bullpen's doing so well and you and Evan Phillips haven't even thrown one pitch yet.
Yeah. I'm really proud of those guys. I'm hoping Evan's back soon. It's seeming like he's getting close. So to add him to that mix, it's going to be really cool to see. Right now I'm just kind of watching from a little bit of a distance, but hopefully I'll start working my way back and I'll get to be part of that experience again.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
it's been so great getting to know you and just who you are, and obviously that comes out in a lot of different ways. So thank you for the time, and can't wait to see you back out there.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
There he is, the man, Michael Kopech. Love that guy. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Tim.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Thank you, Michael Kopech. Dodgers Baseball is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. We're leading up to first pitch, Dodgers, Rockies. I'm Tim Cates. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
More than ever, you need a friend in the auto business, and Galpin Ford has been that friend for 8 decades and counting, helping families throughout Southern California find the perfect car, truck, or SUV. And it starts with the Bachman family, who have built a culture centered around you, the customer. That approach made Galpin Ford the largest volume Ford dealer in the world. The same approach applies to every Galpin brand, all 12 of them. You design your buying experience. Do it all online with at-home delivery, shop online and pick up your new car in person, or come to Galpin Ford off the 405 at Roscoe and experience the world-class treatment that thousands receive every month. It starts at Galpin.com.
Springtime in Southern California means warm weather and the return of baseball. Hi, it's Tim Cates. As the boys in blue look to run it back for another World Series championship, springtime's also a great time to make sure your car or truck.
Count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day! Look at him come out of the dugout! It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening day, and it comes courtesy of Kyle Stowers. How about that?
Now one stroke deep to left center field. That's way back there, head of the wall. It is gone! Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes! See ya! 3-0 Yankees. High fly ball, left field. Curio back, track, wall. See ya! A grand slam for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. High fly ball, center field. See ya! 3 home runs for Aaron Judge. They've done it again.
Oh, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Strikeouts. He's made 5 career starts against the Dodgers, 6 appearances. He's 1-2 with a 5.79 ERA and 22 strikeouts. He's 1-1 with an ERA just below 6 in 2 career starts at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers last saw Ryan Feltner last September at Coors Field. He went 6 scoreless innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 3 in a 2-1 Rockies eventual loss. Landon Knack on the mound, 1-0, but with a 10.38 ERA. 27-year-old right-hander, second-round pick of the Dodgers in 2020 out of East Tennessee State, made his major league debut last year, making his second start and third appearance this season. Last time out, 2 in the third innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, 4 walks in what was a no decision against the Nationals. He got the win in Tokyo versus the Cubs last month, pitching 2 innings of relief, facing the Rockies for the second time in his career. He saw them last September, ironically, against Ryan Feltner as they squared off against each other. 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits while striking out 4 in a no decision. Landon Knack, Ryan Feltner, Dodgers, Rockies are 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are next. I'm Tim Cates, world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Steve Sachs here, and I've been telling you about Alignment Health Plan. Now that I've turned 65, I'm a proud member. Before I enrolled, I did my homework, compared health plans, and Alignment was hands down the one for me. Enrolling was simple with no pressure at all. If you're turning 65 or need a change, call Alignment for personal one-on-one guidance. Visit alignmenthealthplan.com today.
Hey,
Hey, Dodger fans, the 2025 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the blue heaven-on-earth action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. Now, whether you're buying or selling tickets to Dodger games or to any other live event in LA, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Hey, it's David Vassegh. Now is the time to make sure your home is primed for the season with heating products by Navien. We know Navien tankless water heaters gives us endless hot water and big savings. Navien also makes high-efficiency products that deliver comfort in the form of heat to every corner of your home. Now Navien is taking comfort to the next level by introducing a hydro furnace that provides even high-efficiency forced air heat powered by the same proven technology as their water heating products. Visit NavienInc.com/Dodgers.
Never forget this moment.
Building a Dodger dynasty.
We're not stopping at one. We are running it back.
Don't miss a second on LA's best sports talk. AM 570 LA Sports.
And on the iHeartRadio app.
This day in Dodger history.
Place in history? Got that.
April 15th, 1958. Opening day had a special meaning this season as it marked the first game on the West Coast between the Dodgers and Giants, both transplants. Unfortunately, it came in an 8-0 shutout for the Blue. As we reflect on the past, it's important to plan for the future. Empower yourself and empower your family. Start the conversation about aging and find resources at aging.ca.gov.
As we were saying,
this is Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the official home of LA Dodgers baseball.
Leading up to Dodgers and Rockies as Landon Mack makes the starts. When the boys in blue play at home, it's important they have the right plan to protect their house at Dodger Stadium, and they protected it last night with the 5-3 win. The same applies to your home. Always have a plan and follow fire safety tips. For example, create and maintain defensible space starting at your house. Clear vegetation to your fencing property line, or if space allows, extend up to 100 feet from your home. Ensure all combustible items like firewood are located 30 feet away from your home. Remove vegetation or debris from your roof, vents, windows, decks, and gutters. For more about these tips and others, visit fire.ca.gov. Let's head back out to the booth. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Tim, thanks again. The key tonight for Landon Knack's going to be keeping the ball in the ballpark. He has given up 24% of the hits that he's allowed in Major League Baseball have been home runs. So he's going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark. The Rockies do have some guys who can hit it out.
Yeah, they have some guys that hit it out, and they have some guys that are a little bit mad under the collar. They're 3-13. They desperately want to turn things around. One thing that the Dodgers did last night offensively is you approach Ryan Feltner, who's going to be on the mound for Colorado, his fourth start. Dave Roberts was saying, look, we started to really manage at-bats better last night and not expanding the zone. Hopefully that takes place again tonight.
A couple of pitching notes. Dave Roberts, a short time ago, announcing that Bobby Miller will be called up from AAA to start tomorrow night's game opposite German Marquez of the Rockies in the series finale. Also, Clayton Kershaw will pitch tomorrow. It'll be morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, as he pitches for Oklahoma City in what they call a education day or a school day, where they start the game at 11 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. So Clayton Kershaw will be back on the mound in AAA tomorrow. Landon Knack and Ryan Feltner, the pitching matchup tonight, Rockies and Dodgers. First pitch around the corner, Tim.
All right, thanks very much, guys. Landon Knack toes the rubber when we come back. This has been Morongo Casino, Dodgers on Deck. First pitch next. I'm Tim Cates, and this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though. Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for two in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about
this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers,
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza,
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
and by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There's still more steps to take.
Get to stepping. So go ahead and give us the flowers.
Just getting started.
Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
In the world.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
They wear the crown.
All eyes on us.
Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Budweiser,
This Bud's for you.
Galpin Motors,
Family owned and operated since 1946.
LA County Public Works,
Recycling beverage containers is a triple play.
Children's Hospital LA,
From colds to cancer, we got this.
Coffee Hot Dogs,
A SoCal treasure. Local, original, great.
and by Daniel's Jewelers.
Making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Stick around because first pitch is next, right here on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Austin Wells is the first Yankee catcher to hit leadoff in a lineup in their franchise history. That is ripped into right, back at the wall. See ya! Home run! What a start! Yankees on top 1-0.
A 2-0 pitch that's up middle of the plate, and you're going to see him get on top of this ball and then get it in the air. And this is Yankee Stadium. It's short out there. That might be a double in most ballparks, but it's a home run here.
Absolute take, right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run.
And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute take.
Well, he's left-handed, and he hits this one with authority. That one is out of here. Juan Soto's first home run as a New York Met, a laser. And so many more to come in the next 15 years. Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his third game. With the Mets, his second.
Sometimes you got to let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up.
Max Muncy in the air. Max Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. Well, Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Not one person made eye contact. Now they're going to come for him.
iHeartRadio app.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again. The unstoppable opening day machine. Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country.
Look out in Burnaby.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
2 away, Matt Shaw. Shaw looking for that first big league hit. 0 for 6, 3 Ks so far.
Hits off the glove of Dreyer, and Matt Shaw, that's his first big league hit, saved that baseball. You don't think so?
I don't know. That might be an E1.
Looking up on the scoreboard, there are no errors listed. There it is.
Congratulations on your first big league knock, Matt.
Save that ball for Matt Shaw.
Lincoln, Volvo, Polestar, and Lowe's. Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at galpin.com.
Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Tim Neverett.
Live from Dodgers Stadium, it's the middle game of a 3-game series as the defending world champion Dodgers take on the Colorado Rockies. Hi again, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Tim Neverett and with producer engineer Dwayne McDonald's. We get set to go. Kind of a bundle up and stay warm night in Southern California. But for the Dodgers, hoping last night is a sign of good things and get red hot, winning the opening game of the series by a score of 5-3. Landon Knack getting the start for the Dodgers tonight. His second start. He's also made one relief appearance. And it's the 28-year-old right-hander Ryan Feltner on the mound for the Rockies. No wins or losses in the first 3 starts that he's had. ERA just barely at 2.8 so far for Colorado. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. It'll be Shohei Ohtani leading it off, the designated hitter. Mookie Betts is at shortstop. Freddie Freeman at first. Will Smith behind the plate doing the catching. Michael Conforto is in left. Tommy Edman at second base tonight. Max Muncy is at third. In center, Chris Taylor, he'll bat 8th. And batting 9th. And playing in right field is Andy Pages. Teoscar Hernandez down again for the second consecutive game with stomach illness. And whether or not he would be available later on during the game, possibly, well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. The umpiring crew, the crew chief Laz Diaz working the plate to call the balls and strikes. Mike Estabrook is at first. Brian Honora umpiring at second. And Eric Bacchus is over at third. We'll join tomorrow, same start time, 6 o'clock, Morongo Casino, Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 7:10. Ball game to win tonight. Dodgers and Rockies having to play. Here's Tim.
Thank you very much, Mo. Jackie Robinson Day just about ready to start this ball game. Dodgers on Jackie Robinson Day, 16-4 since Major League Baseball began recognizing this as a celebratory day on the 15th of April in 2004. And the Dodgers wearing their Brooklyn replica uniforms tonight against the Rockies. Tovar takes high and we're underway. Ball 1. First pitch came at 7:10 in the evening. 58 degrees the game time temp. Brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Next offer swung on, popped up, shallow center. Chris Taylor coming in, and he will look up into the twilight sky, make the play, and there's one away. Again, the Dodgers wearing their home whites. Simply Dodgers across the front of the uniform. No red numerals. It just says Dodgers. The numeral on the back is the same for everybody tonight, number 42. And that's on both teams, and that's on every team around Major League Baseball tonight and earlier today. Nick Martini at the plate, left-handed batter. And he will take high and away, ball 1. Martini, the right fielder. Last night had 2 hits, went 2 for 4. Reached on an error also. He had a single and a double. He swings and misses here at a 4-seam fastball to make it a 1-1 count. Rockies in their traveling road grays, but the Dodger blue, number 42 is on the back. That's the key thing about it. Everybody around baseball, regardless of the color of uniform they wear, they've got the Dodger blue 42. 2 balls and a strike to Martini. Pitch swung on, and that one is lifted high and foul down the right field side. That is out of play. One key for Landon Knack tonight is going to be keeping the ball in the ballpark. He has a tendency to give up the long ball. And a 2-2 pitch to Martini is up high, and it's now 3-2.
The question is, can he complement the good fastball with a breaking ball and get it over consistently tonight?
Well, Knack, standing tall on the hill, steps back, turns, and delivers home, and it's inside ball 4. And the Rockies with the first base runner of the ball game after Martini draws the walk. 1 on and 1 out, and Kyle Farmer at the plate. He had a night. Couple of doubles. He now has 8 doubles on the season. Drove in a run in the 6th inning. In fact, the run that he drove in, scoring Martini on the play, ended a 32-inning streak, a new franchise record in futility. There's a line shot right to second base to his glove side as Edman to snare it for the out, and there are 2 gone.
Farmer just continues to hit the ball very well. Open up the season now on the road, hitting at .393.
Third baseman Ryan McMahon, left-handed batter. Struck out twice last night, went 0 for 3 and walked once. McMahon comes into the game hitting .224 with a pair of home runs, 4 runs batted in. No score, top of the first. 2 outs, and Nick Martini, the runner at first, held on by Freeman. Pitch up high, ball 1.
McMahon last year, the average suffered a little bit. I'm not certain why. He hit .242. 23 home runs, knocked in 70. And he played a lot, 153 games.
Stretch and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air toward the right field corner. Playable for Pages. He is over right where the grass and the track meet. Makes the catch in fair territory, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left, no Dodger errors. Half inning in the books at Dodger Stadium. It's the Rockies, nothing.
Max Muncy in the air. Max Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. Well, Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Not one person made eye contact. Now they're going to come for him.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
DuMashCasino.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shohei Ohtani strides up to home plate. He'll step in the left-hand batter's box and face the right-hander Ryan Feltner. Feltner out of the state of Florida. I beg your pardon, out of the state of Ohio. And he will take on Ohtani here. Ohtani in some different atmospheric conditions. Last night would have had 3 home runs. He had 2 wall scrapers that stayed in the ballpark, but he did have 1 home run in the 3rd inning. Takes a strike here. So starts the night with 5 homers, 6 runs batted in. Bottom of the 1st, no score. And Feltner turns, fires home. And Ohtani with a big swing and a slider and missing. It's 0-2.
Second night in a row we've seen the outfield with Ohtani and most of the Dodger hitters for that matter playing in different area codes. They're really deep.
It's like they're willing to give up the base hit to try to make the catch on the warning track. And Feltner turns and sends this pitch home 0-2. And Ohtani swings at a changeup and strikes out. A 3-pitch strikeout for Ohtani, and there's one down.
Well, that sends a message right now. Feltner, first batter, good changeup. And for Ohtani, if we look back the last week or so, even into that road trip just taken, he pulled off a lot of pitches. That's something we don't see him do a lot.
Mookie Betts, 304 the average. He had a first inning home run last night. He'll take a strike. Well, Feltner has probably been one of the silver linings in a miserable start for the Rockies. Rockies off to their worst start in franchise history at 3-13. And Mookie a wave and a miss at a fastball, and it's 0-2. But Feltner with no decisions. He's kept his ERA under 3. And this being his 4th start, it's been pretty good for them. 0-2. And Mookie swings. It's a high fly ball to left center field. It'll be playable for Zach Veen. And Veen over toward the alley to make the catch, and they're 2-away. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Freeman 6 for 24, starting to get the average to climb a little bit. Started yesterday at 211 to 250, and he'll swing, and that'll be strike 1. Nothing in 1. So the slider, fastball, changeup is what we have seen so far from Feltner. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and banged into right. That's a base hit. They got the sinker right over the plate toward the outer half, and he pulled it to right. And the Dodgers have their first hit of the game and first base runner.
I don't think it's anything really strange either, Tim, that when Freeman came back initially from the ankle injury, he was really out of sync, the timing as far as swinging the bat. Well, now we're beginning to see it just kind of get closer and closer and closer to the Freddie Freeman we've become accustomed to seeing.
Will Smith up. Had a good night last night. Hitting .364 with a home run, one home run and 9 runs batted in. Smith drove in a couple of runs last night. One with a base hit in the 5th inning of the game with a drawn-in infield, scoring Betts from 3rd, and then got Ohtani in the 6th with a sacrifice fly. Feltner with an 0-1 count on Smith, and Will fouls it off. It's 0-2. Well, you can say one thing about the Rockies right-hander already. He is throwing a lot of strikes.
He's changing a little speed. It's not like he's lining up the radar gun at the century mark. He's not at 100. He's 93, 94 so far.
Stretch by Feltner. Freeman leads at first. Pitch to Smith. Swung on, hit in the air to right. Fairly deep, but playable. Going back on it is Martini, and right in front of the warning track, he makes the catch. And the Dodgers are done in the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 1, it's the Dodgers nothing.
That blue heaven on earth.
second inning, no score. Hunter Goodman, the designated hitter, will lead off for Colorado. Then Mickey Moniak and Zach Veen against Landon Knack. Jackie Robinson Day here in Major League Baseball, and late night West Coast game here with the Dodgers and the Rockies. First pitch to Goodman, outside ball one. He hit a homer in last night's game. Goodman hit a 2-run shot in the 7th. Made a 5-1 game, a 5-3 game. He swings, hits a line drive to center field. That's a base hit. And a leadoff single for Hunter Goodman. Top of the second inning, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Center fielder number 42, Mickey Moniak.
Well, while we have a moment, thinking about one of the guys we see here quite a bit, and you've known him an awful long time, Mo. Manny Mota, who is recovering in the hospital currently after a blood clot situation last night. A swing and a miss by Moniak, but talked to his son Jose today a couple of different times, and he says that Papa's doing okay.
Yeah, Papa, he's doing fine. He's resting up. It was after he left the ballpark and went home last night.
Well, the pitch goes to the backstop. Wild pitch sends the runner Goodman down to second base.
And for all of us, we wish Papa speedy recovery. Already doing very well within hours, and just a wonderful medical staff.
Saw him just before the game last night. He's here all the time. And spent some time with him in Arizona too at spring training. Like watching him ride his bike down there. There's a 2-hopper. It is deflected by Edman. He recovers, throws to first in time to get Moniak. And that's a great way to stay with it for Tommy Edman. I mean, the ball just came up and kicked him. He stayed with it, was able to pick it up in shallow right field and throw strongly enough to first to get the out. In the meantime, Goodman advances from second to third.
Well, that's where that wild pitch really affected things. If the runner stays at first, there's no wild pitch. That's a possible double play ball. Now runner at third. The infield has to come in tightly.
Zach Veen, who was called up this week from AAA Albuquerque at the plate. Left-handed hitting left fielder. Swings and misses at a fastball. And watching him swing last night, it looked like he was a little bit behind on the heater. And more demonstration of that right now. So he's still trying to get his timing down. 3 for 24 since his call-up. Runner at third, infield in. The pitch swung on and grounded wide of first, foul for strike 2.
That pitch is a little surprising. You throw the first pitch of fastball and the guy's late for the swing. You come back with a curveball. Basically, you're allowing the bat to catch up to the speed of the pitch.
Let's see what he does 0-2 here. 1 out in the pitch. That's up high with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zach Veen. V-E-E-N. We saw him the last couple of springs down in Arizona, but now getting to see him for the first time in the big leagues. Stretch and the pitch. Outside as Knack is having some control issues. Especially with the first pitch strike. I mean, he did not.
That was a changeup.
Connect. 2-2 to Veen. As Knack stretches, leans back toward first, now delivers home. A swing and a miss and a fastball high and in. And Veen strikes out. That is the first strikeout for Landon Knack. 2 men gone, and the infield can move back.
Yeah, and again, just late to the dance on elevated fastball at 93.
Jacob Stallings, the catcher tonight, 2 out of 21 on the season, hitting .095. So 170 strikeouts as a team. That's the second most in Major League Baseball. But for the Rockies franchise, that's the most strikeouts they have had through their first 16 games ever. Things are trending in the direction they don't want them to in Colorado. Dodgers hoping to take advantage tonight. Big lead at third by Goodman with the infield back. And a ground ball wide of third, foul.
Well, the Rockies wanted to forget some numbers that they came into this series. I mean, it has been a very difficult start. There's no question. 23rd in team average, 30th in runs scored, 28th in home runs, 29th in earned run average, and only the A's had allowed more runs scored.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Jacob Stallings. Swing and a foul back for strike 2. That was the slider from Landon Knack. No score. We're in the top of the 2nd inning here at Dodger Stadium. Cloudy night tonight, a little chilly. Sun heading down off to the west. And the 1-2. That's in the dirt. San Gabriel's in all their majesty. Their outline still very visible from where we look. The occasional palm tree getting in the way. So Knack picks up the rosin bag, drops it back down, kicks a little dirt off the first base side of the pitching rubber. Hunter Goodman in foul territory at third had a leadoff single. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Knack ready to deliver. His pitch swung on and that is sliced foul way out of play down the right field side. And Stallings comes from an athletic family. Of course, his dad, major college basketball coach, Kevin Stallings, was the coach at the University of Pittsburgh. In fact, at the same time, his son was playing for the Pirates, just by coincidence. Prior to that, at Vanderbilt. 2-2. Swung on, ground ball toward short, backhanded by Betts, lip of the outfield grass. 1 hopper to first, and Freddie has to field it in foul ground. He makes the catch, and they get Stallings. And the Rockies now 0 for 17 with runners in scoring position on this road trip. Nothing across.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lofts one deep to right center. There it goes into the bleachers. See ya! Back to back. That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya! Back to back to back. 3-0 Yankees.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Fly right, straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly
Bottom of the
right.
2nd inning, no score. Michael Conforto, Dodger left fielder to lead off, followed by Tommy Edman and Max Muncy. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Conforto 216 to start the night. Takes up high from Ryan Feltner. That's ball 1. 11 out of 51 for Conforto. 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Conforto. And that is up high. 2 balls, no strikes.
The Dodgers know that they need some production, not just from the top of the lineup. Last night, 1 through 4, they were 9 for 17 and knocked in all 5 runs.
2-0 pitch. Strike call.
But positions 5 through 9, just 1 for 15. That's been the story this season. 5 through 9 have hit total just 170 combined.
2-1 pitch. That is inside. That's the thing about it, is that it's not the same 5 through 9 every night.
And Dave Roberts has attempted to get different people in there. For example, Chris Taylor in center field batting in the 8th spot tonight.
3-ball, 1-strike pitch to Conforto from Feltner. He swings and pulls a foul. I mean, when Teoscar Hernandez is healthy, they think he'll be able to play tomorrow perhaps, but when he's in there, he's typically batting cleanup. Will Smith fifth. Smith has been a productive hitter in terms of driving in runs. But again, it's the guys at the bottom of the order, regardless of the names. In any order, you got to get on base to let the hitters at the top of the order knock you in the next time around. Payoff pitch from Feltner. And Conforto takes high and away, ball 4. The Dodgers have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Well, that's the start. The number 5 guys. Then you start to look. 1 through 4 of the positions in the order have scored 55 runs. The other 4 spots combined have scored just 24. So we've been saying this over and over. The top of the lineup, when you look at Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, now Will Smith batting 4th, they have not had an extremely high amount of at-bats with runners in scoring position.
Well, Tommy Edmonds, switch hitter, batting left. Takes a strike. Tommy second on the club in runs batted in with 14. Teoscar leads with 16, but again, he is out tonight. Stomach bug still bothering him a little. 0-1 to Tommy Edman, with Conforto leading at first. And that's high and away. Third baseman McMahon, even with the bag off the line for the left-handed hitter. And Ezekiel Tovar playing somewhat near the bag, but both middle infielders at double play depth. Nobody out and a man at first.
Left and center not quite as deep. Right field, Martin is still deep.
1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss at a changeup. Well, I think a little like last night early in the game when we were looking at Antonio Senzatella's changeup. Dodgers were having a problem timing that one. And so far early in this game, they're having a little bit of an issue timing the changeup of Ryan Feltner. The pitch, and it's inside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tommy Edman. Dodgers wearing the Brooklyn Dodger hats with the B on them in the field tonight. Edman slaps it foul and out of play. And again, prior to the game today, this afternoon, something that Dave Roberts started a few years ago, bringing not just the Dodgers out, but he invites the other team out as well to the Jackie Robinson statue out in the center field plaza. Quick turn and a throw to first, and Conforto dives back safely. And they'll have a little program out there where everybody kind of gets some perspective on what Jackie Robinson not only meant to baseball, but to society. 2-2. Swing and a tapper foul right behind the plate. And this year, they brought out the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Laker great, whose birthday it is tomorrow, by the way. He came out and spoke eloquently to both the Rockies and Dodgers who were there. Sonia Pankey Robinson, Jackie's oldest granddaughter, spoke as well. This pitch fouled off to the left and out of play. It's such a neat tradition they've started, and I think, from what we've seen, the other teams really look forward to it as well, to be able to go out there and take part in that.
Well, you're able to touch history. Two and 2. Pitch way up high, full count, 3-2. Well, you got to actually literally touch history. You met the man. Well, I met him briefly. There was an aura about him. He didn't demand it. He did not expect it. But boy, did he have it. Payoff pitch to Edman. Swinging a little tapper toward third, charging
is McMahon. He backhand throws on the run. Too late, and that's a base hit for Tommy Edman. Oh, did Tommy hustle down the line? McMahon made a pretty good play considering where that ball was hit. But Tommy runs so well, he got there ahead of the throw. And the Dodgers now have set up shop first and second and nobody out.
Yeah, really a tough play for McMahon, especially, one of the many things that Tommy Edman can do and do well is to run.
Max Muncy, 173 hitter. Still looking for his first home run of the season. No score, nobody out, 2 on. Dodger half of the second inning. Pitch to Muncy, a little bit up, ball 1.
Muncy in spots like this so far, just 1 for 8. Runners in scoring position.
Feltner out of the stretch, the right-hander looking in, kicks, fires. And a strike called on the corner with a fastball at 94. Pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Once he tried that newfangled bat on the road trip, that torpedo bat, which I think there's a lot of hullabaloo about it. He was 0 for 3, went back to his real good bat, had a 2-run double, his first at bat.
Next off for high and away, 2-1. You don't like the torpedo bat, huh?
I think, to be honest with you, if you're a guy that gets jammed a lot, okay, fine. Because the bigger part of the barrel is moving closer to the hands. Well, what's wrong with the hitter maybe moving off the plate 2 inches?
Just back up. And Muncy checked his swing, appeal down to third base umpire Eric Bacchus. He agrees. 3-1 to Max.
And that was the big deal. Volpe with the Yankees said, "Oh, he's getting jammed. He's getting jammed. Move him off the plate 2 inches." And the new bat that they're talking about does fall within the rule book, Rule 3.02.
3-1 is low, ball 4, and the bases are full of Dodgers. Nobody out. Conforto down to third base, Edman over to second, and now Muncy occupying first, and a great opportunity here for Chris Taylor. He's had a slow start, not playing a lot at the beginning of the season, just 2 for 8. But he's got a chance to get a run in here.
And Tim, I think with Taylor, he's still trying to figure out which stance he's going to use. He came to camp in Arizona with the different stance that we saw last year. Remember last year he said he thought that he fell into the trap of launch angle. Hit the ball up in the air too much. He said, I want to hit line drives. Well, that didn't really happen. Came to spring training, different hand position, different bat position. But now we're seeing it in a different spot than what we saw in Arizona.
So far, a 20-pitch inning for Feltner, and he hasn't gotten an out. And Taylor wraps one hard and foul. It hooked into the protective netting down the third base side. But boy, did he get around on that sweeper that was hung over the plate. That is a loud strike for Chris Taylor.
Base runners freeze on a line drive.
Line to the 0-1. And Taylor fouls it off to the right and out of play. It's 0-2. No score. Dodgers threatening. Bases full. Nobody out. Got to take advantage of this situation. You got Andy Pages next and Shohei Ohtani to follow. Now the 0-2 pitch. And Taylor lofts this one foul well up over the first base dugout and into the seats. Chris began his big league career with Seattle. He has been involved in a lot of big moments for the Dodgers during his time wearing blue. And now home plate umpire Laz Diaz is going out to talk to Feltner. Don't normally see this.
Maybe the pitch count. Somebody could not hear it.
And his pitch com. He's just, Dave Roberts wants to know what's going on, and Laz Diaz is pointing to the right side of his head, which would indicate that's where the PitchCom device is hidden inside of the pitcher's hat.
Well, no one has adjusted anything. Any of the electronic devices. So, okay, fine.
Keep in mind, though, Feltner wears something else inside of his cap as well. Get into that here in a minute. 0-2 pitch to Taylor. He swings, it's a ground ball to short. Throw to second one, Amador the turn, and that's a double play. But Conforto comes in to score. They trade 2 for 1, not the trade you want to make, but there are 2 down and a runner at third.
A nice play by Farmer over at first base to stop that ball from getting past him. He had to go to the outfield side and make a one-hand pickup.
Andy Paez will come up. Tommy Edman is at third base. 2 men out. The Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. When the Dodgers score first, their record is 6-2. And Andy Paez has been struggling. He's 0 for his last 11. So you can look at it one of 2 ways. That he is struggling, or you can say that he's due to break out of it any moment. And the longer you go 0-4, the more you are apt to break out of it. There's a 1-0. He swings and chops one foul, goes back to the backstop. Ohtani will go take care of it. He's on deck. Flips it over to Brandon, who's the clubby. Great clubhouse guys the Dodgers have. 1-1 pitch to Andy Paez. And he takes inside for a ball. Got a fastball in there. 2-seamer.
Good take. That's the pitch that Paez gets attempted at sometimes because he normally handles the ball inside very well.
Wind and a 2-1 offer from Feltner to Andy Paez with Edman leading at third. And Andy fouls it back for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Feltner has a protective piece of plastic that he wears in his game cap. Same type of material that is used to protect batters' elbows and shins, and he's been an advocate for amateur and professional pitchers to use that. It was a couple of years ago. Nick Castellanos with the Phillies drilled one right back to him, fractured Feltner's skull. That was on the 13th of May, 2023, in the second inning. And he was out for quite a while, but since then he's had the extra protective layer inside of his game cap. 3-2. And Paez fouls it off to the right. Another guy we saw get hit in the head not too long ago was Bobby Miller in spring training. He shook it off. He was fine the next day, he said. Had a little bit of a welt. Dave Roberts telling us today that Bobby Miller is going to be called up and make the start tomorrow night against German Marquez. So he'll be back from Oklahoma City. 3-2, check swing, foul ball. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma City, tomorrow, it'll be a morning game. Clayton Kershaw will start for the Oklahoma City Ball Club. A rehab stint. So he is getting closer to returning.
Breakfast in a ball game.
9 a.m. Pacific time is the first pitch. 3-2. Swung on and well hit to left. This ball heading back near the wall. Heading back with it, Zach Veen on the warning track. He makes the catch and crashes into the wall with his back. And Andy gave it a ride. The ballpark held it. Dodgers get a run, 1 hit. They leave a man. No Rockies errors.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Dodgers 1, Colorado nothing. 9-1-2 due up for the Rockies against Landon Knack. Adiel Amador, then Ezekiel Tovar and Nick Martini. As Knack goes into the wide and the right-hander delivers home a strike. Number 42 is painted in blue with a white outline on the backside of the mound. Number 42 is mowed into the center field grass here. And every player has number 42 on the back of their game jerseys. 0-1 pitch now to Amador. He'll take a curveball for a strike. Good looking curve by Landon Knack there, and it's 0-2. Amador called up 2 days ago, played in the last game against San Diego before coming here, and he lifts one down the right field side. It's going to roll into the corner. That's his first hit of the season. Right fielder Paez fires it to second base, and a tag made. A very close play, but he's ruled safe. And the Dodgers will go check on the video room, see if they want to look at this or not. They were successful yesterday, and it looks like they want to challenge this one too. They were successful with a pickoff at first base in a key spot late in the game.
Dodgers are challenging a safe call at second base.
And the question is, did Mookie Betts tag Amador on his right shoulder or not? And he may have.
Well, it's a good throw by Paez on one hop. That gives Mookie Betts a chance to get it. Amador looked like he slowed down to make the slide. Well, Knack hoping this call gets overturned. That was less than a stellar pitch, 0-2.
Mookie got him. Just saw an angle, and the crowd, you can hear them rumbling too. They just saw the same angle.
But Amador made it a close play. He slowed down about 5 or 6 strides before he got to the bag and started to slide.
And we should hear Laz Diaz, the crew chief, momentarily telling us what they have determined in New York, whether or not it will stand or whether or not there was clear and convincing evidence to overturn it. I think he might have got him, but we'll see. It's a close play. As you mentioned, quite frankly, it shouldn't have been close. I mean, he just stopped running. They're taking a very long look. Back of the
looking
replay
at some
operations.
different angles, and we just saw an angle from the center field camera, and the foot was still off the bag when right shoulder appeared to be tagged.
Okay, here is the call from Laz Diaz.
After review, the call stands. The runner is safe. LA loses the challenge.
Wow. There was at least one angle. Looked like Mookie got him before the spike hit the
center
base.
field angle that we saw, it looked like it was rather clear that the foot had not reached the bag, but really a poor slide made that a close play to begin with.
So that'll be a double, and Amador's got his first hit this season. Runner in scoring position. He represents the tying run in a 1-0 game. Nobody out. Leadoff man Ezekiel Tovar, right-handed hitting shortstop. 0 for 1, fly to center first time up. Tries to bunt up the first base side and bunts it foul.
That's not a bad play. Ball club has had difficulty scoring runs. And you're down by 1 run and trying to move, runner over to third base is 90 feet away with the big part of the lineup coming up behind you.
They scored only 43 runs this year, at least in Major League Baseball. There's a line shot, and Chris Taylor comes up with an incredible diving catch in center field, right in the middle of the number 42. A headlong dive toward the second base bag, and he got the leather in between the baseball and the grass. What a play by Chris Taylor.
That's the way that Chris Taylor plays the game. You can't tell when he picks up the glove and goes to defense. You can't tell if he's 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. He has struggled offensively, but understands, look, you make a big play, it helps the ball club.
What a great play on a sinking line drive. Amador's at second base, 1 out, and the batter is Nick Martini. Pickoff attempt at second, and the throw just very late.
So here in the inning, you've had a good throw from Pages to second base. The call was upheld, and then a good play by Taylor.
Pitch coming to Martini. He looks at it outside. Martini walked his first time up.
The conversation we were having earlier today. If you look at the Dodgers, okay, their record is 12-6. They have not played, for the most part, spectacular defense.
1-0 pitch swung on and lifted in the air to left field. Conforto a couple of steps back. He'll reach up, make the catch, and that'll be the second out. You know, yesterday we look at defense. The Dodgers checked in. If you look at the defensive metric, defensive runs saved, they were -2, which ranked 25th of the 30 teams defensively. So that's something they know they need to improve. That play by Taylor might help a little. Get him going in the right direction.
Well, it helps here in the third inning for the Dodgers defensively.
Kyle Farmer takes a strike. Farmer lined out sharply to Edman at second base in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike to Kyle Farmer. Amador leads at second, stretching the pitch, and it's in the dirt. Backhand scoop by Will Smith. Now, just a reminder of the replay situation. The Dodgers did not get the call overturned, so they've lost their challenge for the game. However, it doesn't mean that sometime after the 7th inning, if there's a close play, that they can't ask for a crew chief review. And the crew chief could call for a review himself at any time.
That's why you see most teams early in games, unless it's something really definitive, they did not exercise a challenge. Not wanting to be, a handicap for the rest of the game for the most part, without another challenge.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch to Farmer. He swings. It's a high drive left field. Drifting back with it. It is playable for Conforto in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch. And the leadoff double is spoiled for Colorado. Through 2.5 innings at Dodger Stadium.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. These people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
the Dodger half of the third inning. 1-0 Dodgers. Shohei 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Ryan Feltner back to work, and the Rocky right-hander delivers. And Shohei takes inside, ball 1. Ohtani looking out at Feltner. And the big left-handed slugger waits. Pitch a little bit low and in with a changeup. He took that one. Ohtani is very aware of what's going on. The Rockies had left a Rosenbag out by their on-deck circle. He went over there and cleaned it up. 2-0. Swings and fouls one off of his front leg. And he pointed over to the Rockies bench and said, hey, you got to pick that up. And it came out, I think it was Bud Black, the manager, came up and cleaned up the rest of it. Here's a 2-1 to Shohei Ohtani. That's up high. 3 balls and a strike. Mookie Betts on deck. Freddie Freeman to follow. Dodgers with a single run in the second inning. And a 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Foul over to the left. Full count on Ohtani. Great crowd on hand tonight at Dodger Stadium. Expecting another one tomorrow night. We're back at the same time. Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck, 6 p.m. First pitch, 7:10. Bobby Miller will make the start for the Dodgers against German Marquez. Pitch low and away. That is ball 4. The Dodgers have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, the 15th of April marks Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut, and Robinson's courage and determination in the face of adversity is as much of an example now as it was before. So join baseball commemorating Jackie Robinson Day. You can visit MLBtogether.com/42.
Mookie Betts 0 for 1. Fly to left. Swinging strike. It's 0-1. Mookie got to catch the ceremonial first pitch from Jackie Robinson's oldest granddaughter tonight, Sonia. 0-1 will wait, throw to first, and Ohtani dives back. So this date, 1947, Jackie Robinson breaks the color barrier. And with the Dodgers, initially played first base. I think a lot of folks remember him as a second baseman, but where he played a ton. And Mookie hits a high fly ball, playable to right field. Nick Martini gets under it. He'll reach up, make the catch for the first out of the Dodgers' third. But he had such a good year in 1947 that he was voted Rookie of the Year. And the impact that he had on other black players was immeasurable. Larry Doby was the next to integrate, and you had a stretch of 13 seasons where 9 of the 13 Rookies of the Year after Robinson won it in 47 all were African American. Freddie Freeman, 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed hitting first baseman. Ohtani leads at first. And there goes Ohtani for second base. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. Throw down not in time. And Shohei has stolen his 5th base of the season.
Boy, such a big jump on top of it.
Picked a good pitch to run on. Got a changeup in the dirt. So Ohtani in scoring position, and Freeman with a 2-0 count. Good count for Freddie here. The pitch from Feltner. It's in the dirt, 3-0. But as Jackie Robinson started piling up some hardware, it was just 2 years later in 1949 when he won his first National League Most Valuable Player award. And for the next 11 seasons, 9 of the 11 MVPs were also black. Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella. Freddie Freeman takes ball 4, and the Dodgers now with 2 on and 1 out. Campanella won 3 of them, 1951, 53, and 55. Willie Mays in 1954, Don Newcomb in 56. And then Hank Aaron in 57 and Ernie Banks back-to-back 58 and 59. Will Smith with 2 on and 1 out. Hunter's lead, big lead at first for Freeman. There's a swing and a drive, left field. This ball's deep and carrying. Bean back to the wall. He looks up. It is gone. A home run. Will Smith with a 3-run shot. And the Dodgers lead it 4-0. Second home run of the season for Will Smith, as he just hammered this one out to the right of the bullpen into the first row of the home run seats.
A chilly night, the Dodgers trying to warm up the offense. And Daniel Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jewelers since 1948. So we encourage you to visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
Well, he got a sinker inside, and he just turned on it, put the barrel on it, and knocked it out. For the Dodgers, their 32nd home run. They lead the National League in home runs, and they're right up there among the leaders. Starting the day, they were 1 behind the Yankees for the Major League lead. 1-1 pitch to Michael Conforto. Swing and a miss. Let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Conforto walked and scored in the second inning. 1-2 pitch is low and in, 2-2. Will Smith doing some damage here in the third inning with a 3-run homer. And those walks issued to Ohtani and to Freeman proved very expensive to the Rockies right-hander Ryan Feltner. Two-ball, 2-strike pitch. Conforto hits a comebacker that bounces over the mound. Backhanded by Tovar, throws on to first in time to get Conforto for the second out. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. So we want to open up the app with Ohtani stealing a base here at home. And check out how you can play ball at AM/PM. Tommy Edman 1 for 1 with an infield single. Base is clear, 2 down, and he takes a strike. Nothing and 1. And the pitch. Inside. We're talking about Jackie Robinson again, April 15th, 1947. It was a couple of months later. Larry Doby began playing with Cleveland. 1-1, that's inside. And then Hank Thompson was with the St. Louis Browns. They're now the Orioles. That was a couple of weeks later in 47. So those are the first 3, with Robinson being the first to break the barrier. And the 2-1. Strike called outside corner. In fact, the players for both teams wearing T-shirts today, and all around baseball, during batting practice and for early work and whatnot, the jersey that they had on said breaking barriers on it. Edman wants time, and now he'll duck back in the left-hand batter's box. 2 outs, nobody on, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers with a 3 spot here in the third. Pitch. Swung on and lifted down the left field line. It is curling toward the seats, and it'll just hit the top of the protective netting. Foul ball. So the walks have hurt Feltner. And over his first 3 starts, he walked a grand total of 4 hitters. He's walked 4 in the last 2 innings. And 3 of them have come around to score, including Conforto in the second inning. 2-2. And Edman bounces it foul wide of first, in between the 45-foot line and the coach's box. Two and two to Tommy Edman. Feltner deals home, and this ball is stroked to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Edman hustling around first. He's looking for two. It is cut off on the warning track by Nick Martini over in front of the bullpen out in right field. He gets it in quickly, and it turns out to be a stand-up double for Tommy Edman. And interestingly enough, it's his first double of the season. He got a triple and 6 home runs before he hit his first double.
One of the areas that the Dodgers improved upon last night, and Dave Roberts made mention in a post-game interview, is if they stopped expanding the strike zone. They took advantage. Well, they've taken advantage tonight. 4 walks. 2 of the walks have scored. Actually, 3 of the walks have scored.
Rockies pitching coach Darryl Scott makes a trip out to the mound. The mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Max Muncy, a walk last time up, but he is in a position now. He wants to drive in Edman. Add on here with 2 outs, but
well, it's Muncy yesterday in batting practice, going up the middle into left center more than we normally see him in batting practice. Not certain if they had him, with pitches away mostly and working on it. But if he stays back, I think it's going to help him immensely. He's just trying to get on track right now.
Pitch to Muncy, and that is low. When you think about how long Muncy's been a Dodger, he's made an impact, no doubt about it. He's had 190 home runs as a Dodger, and that gets him 9th all time. A swing and a miss. And the count 1-1 to Muncy. He's had some big home runs. Well, you think back to what he did in the bottom of the 18th inning in Game 3 of the World Series here in 2018 with a walk-off homer. Could have won it in the 13th, if you remember, when he pulled one down the right field line and it just hooked foul. Sort of foreshadowed what he had in mind 5 innings later. 2-1 pitch, and that's outside. It only took 7 hours and 20 minutes to start and finish that game, Mo, you remember?
Muncy walks the last.
Takes 12 hours. There's something magical about postseason play, because every pitch, every swing means something.
3-1 to Muncy. Strike call. He thought it might have been high. He started to go to first, but then realized he better stop, and he did. So a full count, 3-2. Three and two, full count to Muncy. Dodger third baseman waits. Ryan Feltner looking to deal his pitch, and it's inside ball 4, and Max has walked again. 5th walk issued by Feltner. And the Dodgers with 2 on and 2 out for Chris Taylor.
Number 42, Chris Taylor.
Looks like the Rockies are going to call down to the bullpen, see what they can do down there and get somebody up. 74 pitches for Feltner. Again, we're in the 3rd inning. And Taylor tried to hold up his swing, couldn't do it. It's strike 1. Dodgers with 4 runs on the board, leading 4-0. When they score 4 or more in a game this year, their record is 9-2. 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. Runners stay put. 1 ball, 1 strike to Taylor.
Black has to get some action in that bullpen, and they do. I mean, there's just no defense against a walk.
Nothing you can do, except maybe not walk guys. It's the only defense, right?
Great idea, Holly.
Good coaching. And Taylor rips one into left field. That's a base hit. Tommy Edman was off to the races. He's around third already, and he slides in safely. The ball cut off in the middle of the infield. It's a 2-out RBI base hit for Chris Taylor, and the Dodgers lead it 5-0.
Yeah, for Chris Taylor, he can exhale a little bit. That's the good swing. He's been trying to find it. It has been very elusive over the last couple of years, to be honest with you. But that one right there, that's the Chris Taylor we talked about so many different times. He hits line drives. That's his bread and butter.
Good to see him with that one. And now 2 on remain for Andy Pages, the number 9 hitter. And Ohtani's coming out on deck again. Jake Bird, a right-hander, now throwing for Colorado. 1 ball, no strikes to the right-handed hitting right fielder tonight, Andy Pages. Pitch inside, 2-0.
We talked about numbers 5 through 9 not doing much last night. Well, 5 through 9 already. They've been on base 5 times. Make it 6 times.
2 ball, no strike pitch to Pages. Inside again, and it's 3-0. And the night is getting shorter and shorter for Ryan Feltman.
Rapidly.
37 pitches this inning after a 32-pitch second inning. And a 3-0 pitch now. Taken inside and a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Shohei. Second time up this inning for Ohtani. He started it off with a walk and a stolen base. And this crowd is feeling good right now. They are loud. And it doesn't appear as though Felton is going to get a chance to face Ohtani for a 3rd time. Bud Black coming out. He's going to bring in the right-hander Jake Bird. And we will have a pitching change timeout. The Dodgers have loaded him up with 2 men out and Shohei Ohtani at the plate.
The count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day! Look at him come out of the dugout! It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening day, and it comes courtesy of Kyle Stowers. How about that?
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there, head of the wall. It is gone! Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the 9th, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
Getting SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Other terms and conditions.
Swung on and looped into center field, but it's going to hang up there just to the left side of the 4 and 42. Chris Taylor makes the catch, and that's the first out of the Rockies' 5th.
You know, this is also an anniversary in Dodgers franchise history. Today marks the anniversary of the Dodgers playing their first game on the West Coast. 1958. That was in San Francisco at Seal Stadium. Don Drysdale took the loss in that 2-0 shutout at the hands of the Giants, but that's when it began on the West Coast on this date. 58.
Dave Roberts comes out to get Landon Knack. Knack goes 4 1/3. He won't qualify for a win. The win will belong to the bullpen tonight. Here comes the one.
Well, he's left-handed, and he hits this one with authority. That one is out of here. Juan Soto's first home run as a New York Met, a laser. Razor, and so many more to come in the next 15 years. Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his third game. With the Mets, his second.
Sometimes you got to let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up.
2-1. In the dirt.
Gets away. Here comes Hill. He's going to score. 3 wins, 3 walk-offs to start the season.
Kyle, you can't make this stuff up.
What a way to begin the season for the Marlins.
The first place Marlins.
And all the Pirates can do is tuck their tails and get out of town. What a start for this bunch led by Clayton McCullough. They don't care how they're going to win. They'll just find a way to do it.
Absolute tank, right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run.
And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
Any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
Jack Dreyer comes on to make his 8th appearance. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0.87. And he faces the left-handed batting Nick Martini. Delivers the first ball in the dirt, a curveball. 10 1/3 innings. He struck out 12. Opponents hitting just 0.91 against Jack Dreyer. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. And that is low and in the dirt. Dodgers with a 5-2 lead. 1 out. Top of the 5th, pitching change brought to you by Navien, high-efficiency tankless water heaters, boilers, and the new NPF hydro furnace. Next-level comfort, perfect for your home and the environment. Learn more at hydrofurnace.com. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count now to Nick Martini. 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, fly to left to Conforto in the 3rd. Pitch. Swung on, foul tipped in and out of the glove of Will Smith for strike 2. A few other finals to tell you about. The Minnesota Twins beat the Mets 6-3. Blue Jays doubled up the Braves in Toronto 6-3 there. Same score as the Twins and Mets. Kevin Gausman got the win for the Birds. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Pitch was in the dirt. Yankees beat the Royals 4-2. Yankees 10-7. Max Fried out of Harvard Westlake High School with the win for the Yankees. Beat Michael Wacha. 3-2. That's up high, ball 4. So Dreyer comes out of the bullpen, walks the first man. 5th walk he has allowed this season.
First baseman Kyle Farmer.
Kyle Farmer 0 for 2, lined out to Edman at second in the first inning, flying to Conforto and left in the 3rd. Left-hander Dreyer kicks, fires. It's in for a strike. 5 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Colorado Rockies. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. And the Rockies start tonight 3-13. They are struggling out of the gate, to say the least. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Dreyer. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him to chase a slider in the dirt, and Farmer strikes out. First strikeout for Dreyer. 2 outs in the 5th.
Yes, it happened too often with Farmer in the early going of the season. On the road, came in tonight 393 to kick off the 2025 season.
Batter will be Ryan McMahon, left-handed hitting third baseman, 0 for 1 with a walk. Jack Dreyer delivering. Swing and a miss. Dreyer got his first big league win in his 4th game of the season. It was against the Atlanta Braves on the 2nd of April. Struck out 1 over 2 innings of work. Made his major league debut in Tokyo against the Cubs. Strike called, and it is 0-2 to McMahon as he watched the slider go by. Oh, and 2 down, runner at first. Dreyer set to go. He kicks and moves a pitch toward the plate. It's another really good-looking slider. Just ask Ryan McMahon. He swung and missed and struck out. So 2 strikeouts, both on the slider for Dreyer. 0 across for the Rockies. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Dodgers.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her. So we decided, to do the business. So we went to figure out what we're gonna call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about. And this is why we love it.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
Disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Michael Conforto will lead off the Dodger half of the 5th. 5-2 Dodgers lead. Jake Bird throws a breaking ball down and in. Remember, it was Conforto left at the altar when Freeman tried to swipe second base with 2 outs and was caught by Jacob Stallings. 1-0 pitch. And that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. He tried to catch everybody off guard. Except for the Rockies, did Freddie. Now a 2-0 to Conforto. Another slider in there for a called strike. 2-1 to Michael.
Yeah, I think if you had made a list pregame, what's the likelihood and put down different names? Who might possibly try and steal a base? I think Freeman would have been at the bottom of the list.
Conforto wraps one down toward the right field foul pole, and it hooks foul. Yeah, if you had 9 guys on the list, I might have put Freeman 10th.
Try to put 12 guys on the list.
Didn't expect to see him go. 2-2. Conforto takes strike 3. Knee high inside corner. That's a pitcher's pitch. Jake Bird delivered a cutter that just barely caught the plate, and Conforto is out. Second strikeout for Bird.
Hey, friends, tomorrow night, final game of this homestand, and it's also Korean Heritage Night. Against the Rockies, live music, handcrafted food, live performances. So acquire a special ticket pack. You receive an exclusive Korean Heritage Night jersey presented by Genro. So check it out, Dodgers.com/promotions.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Tommy 2 for 2. Infield single in the 2nd inning, doubled and scored in the 3rd. One-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Edman's name will be on the back of those jerseys, by the way. He was a member of Team Korea in the World Baseball Classic. 1-1 pitch. And Edman wraps it to right field. He's got his third hit. That's going to get down and go to the wall right off the door of the bullpen. He's around first on his way to second. He was thinking about it, but pulls into second base with a one-out double. His second double of the ballgame.
He's hit the ball all over the place tonight. Single to third. Now back-to-back doubles to right.
Edman playing internationally, and there was a pretty big announcement today by the LA 28 Olympic Committee regarding Dodger Stadium as being the baseball venue for the 2028 Olympic Games. Muncy will take outside ball one. That's a big deal. That is going to be great.
Played here in '84 as well, and USA won the silver medal.
1-0 pitch. And once he swings and misses. Pretty lucky. I had a chance to do 2 Olympic baseball tournaments. One in Athens, Greece in '04, and then in '08 in Beijing, China. And it was tremendous. Swinging a ground ball right side. Amador, lip of the outfield grass, settles his feet. Throws on to first to get Muncy, and Edman advances second to third.
Dodgers arrived in Beijing, played that exhibition series in San Diego before the Olympics got underway.
Yeah, I just missed you over there because we came in right after. Is it raining over there? Did you guys get stuck in the mud? Your bus?
Well, it got stuck in the dirt, not in mud, but.
Chris Taylor swings and misses.
All of a sudden, about 300 people showed up, and during the game, they were able to tamp it down, put actually like rugs down for the buses to go over the top of it. What a trip that was.
A 1 pitch to Chris Taylor. Fouls it back. 2 down. Runner at third. Taylor with an RBI base hit last time up in the third. It was a neat little stadium. A couple of Dodger connections where the manager of Team USA was Davey Johnson, and then the manager of Team China was Jimmy Lefevre in '08. And 2. And Edman off of third. Jake Bird's pitch is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scott Alexander, former Dodger, warming up in the bullpen, the lefty for Colorado. Swing and a miss, and out on strikes, chasing the slider is Taylor. And Edman is stranded at third after the 1-out double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go
to mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever his legacy in our hearts. Now please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late great Rickey Henderson.
Dodgers up 2-0, and the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough! And it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. Well, that was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Jack, choo-choo, choo-choo, boogie, woo-woo.
5 runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers, 2 runs, 4 hits for Colorado. Hunter Goodman, the designated hitter, leads off the top of the 6th inning against left-hander Jack Dreyer. Fouls the first pitch away. Goodman 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd, fly to center field in the 4th inning. Nothing in 1 is the count. And Dreyer sends a big bending curveball home that drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Outfield straight up, infield back. Edman shading second base. And Dryer's 0-2 pitch. Low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Came back with a curveball. They're talking about those Olympic venues. And in Athens in 04, it was built on the old Athens airport, right on the runway. They had the softball and baseball stadiums over there. Pitch fouled back. And as you drove in, you were literally on the runway with all the markings of the runway. And then you would just stop and park and get off the bus. And
wait for clearance and take off.
Yeah, wait for clearance, and then you'd get off the bus and walk in the ball. But they didn't put any landscaping down. They just laid it on the asphalt. Little chopper back to the mound. Dreyer field spins, throws, and he's got his man, Goodman. 1 out.
And the guy that was in the cockpit when they got the clearance is here tonight.
That's right. That's right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No, that's Roger Murdoch.
Yeah.
I'm Roger Murdoch. I'm an airline pilot. Thought he was great in that movie, by the way. Next offer to Mickey Moniak is fouled away. Oh, and 1 to Moniak. Moniak, the center fielder, 1 for 2, singled and scored a run in the 4th. Muncy into the grass off the line at 3rd. And Betts playing up toward the second base bag. And Dreyer just spikes a slider on a 57-footer. They're heading to the home half of the 8th inning in San Diego. Still a 1-1 game. Cubs and Padres, and the only other game going on in the big leagues right now. 0-2 pitch. Curveball, rope foul down the first base side. That's one of those chuck and duck pitches. Dreyer chucked it, and the first base coach had to duck. One-two. Swing and a miss. Slider down and away, and he got the lefty Moniak to chase. 3rd strikeout, and all 3 strikeouts have come on the slider for Jack Dreyer.
He was looking at first base and third base coaches. Remember, the coaches had to stay within the confines of the coaching boxes. Larry Boy was the third base coach of the Dodgers. He was ejected from a game. He goes, "Hey, look, there's a guy that hit the ball 120 miles an hour. You want me to stand closer to home plate?"
Pitch on the outside corner for a strike to Zach Veen.
I talked to Larry about that when the ball club was in Philadelphia, the last road trip.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. That's low, 1-1. It seems like you see Larry there every time we're there. I think he's there every night. He and Charlie Manuel.
Charlie Manuel, yes.
1-1 delivery. That's just below the knees, 2-1.
Well, they're both baseball guys. And they sit there and they analyze what's happening. Larry and Charlie are down on the field during batting practice. Larry is in uniform and working with the infielders and the hitters too, for that matter.
2-ball, 1 strike pitch. 2 outs, base is empty. Dreyer fires, and Veen shortens up and shows bunt. 3-1 to Veen. The pitch was low. And now a 3-1. He tries to bunt down the left side with Muncy playing deep and off the line, and he bunts it foul. 3-2. I remember a couple of years ago when Major League Baseball tried to make the coaches stay within a reasonable area. You just look at the first and third base coaches here tonight. I guess that didn't work out so well. Really unable to enforce it. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike three. His fourth strikeout and his fourth one on the slider. 1-2-3 go the Rockies in the sixth. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth inning at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers.
You can usually be found in the dugout discussing baseball with your teammates, Gemini, but taking a break from talking to watch the game may give you valuable insight. Noticing where the team excels could help you put together a plan that encourages each player's strengths. You'll be lauded for your thoughtful feedback that keeps the team scoring runs.
5 a.m. or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
or light and quiet. Solo session
or team effort.
It's where the work begins
and never really ends.
However you train,
the gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
2-2. Hit well, right field, Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1, no doubter to right for number 30.
You know, it's just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
Device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Andy Pages will lead off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the sixth inning. 5-2 Dodgers lead. Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts will follow against former Dodger Scott Alexander. Pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, or 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Sixth appearance for Alexander, who deals inside to Pages. Alexander started with the Royals. Had the bulk of his time in the big leagues with the Dodgers. Couple of seasons with the Giants. Another year in the Bay Area in 2024 with Oakland, before coming to the Rockies this year. And he delivers a strike to Pages in the count, even 1-1. Amador, the second baseman, close to the bag at second, and Moniak straight up in center. The pitch, and Andy swings and misses at a changeup. The sinker slider changeup guy is Alexander. Spent some time at Pepperdine. 1-2, fouled off to the right. Pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way from Alexander almost hits Pages. Somehow, some way, he got out of the way. Maybe. I don't know. He's kind of doubled over to the right of the batter's circle. Dave Roberts comes out to check on him, waiting for one of the trainers to follow. And Pages did get hit. He got hit on the front left knee. From our perch here, we couldn't see the ball strike the knee, but just seeing the TV replay, he got plunked pretty good.
Well, 2 guys got hit. They went off of his knee and then hit Stallings, the catcher. And I'm surprised Stallings hasn't called an ambulance.
Pages will head down to first base. Yep. And the Dodgers have a man on for
that was
Ohtani.
2 for 1. 2 guys got hit with the same pitch.
Ricochet.
Crosby he is just checking with Stallings as he knows where he got hit.
Ohtani is 0 for 2, walked, stole a base, and scored a run. And he will lay off the outside slider from the left-hander Alexander, and it catches part of the plate for a strike call. Oh, and 1. Next offer is way outside. And it is now 1-1. It's Chevy Truck Month. No better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. 1-1 to Ohtani. 1 on, nobody out. Dodgers leading 5-2 in the 6th. Time called by Laz Diaz, the umpire, and now he'll say, okay, let's check the count. It is 1-1. Pages leading at first base, held on by Farmer. Alexander's pitch outside to Ohtani, 2-1 with the slider. Alexander last year with the Oakland Athletics went into 45 games. Oh, a big cut and a miss at a sinker that was down the middle. Somehow Ohtani missed that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani.
Well, he pulled off the ball. And it's something I talked about a little bit earlier. He has been pulling off the ball off and on the last week or so.
And now the 2-2 from Alexander. Will wait. He'll throw to first instead. And back standing is Andy Pages. Reigning National League MVP at the plate. And a 2-2. That is outside. Tried to two-seamer and missed. His sinker, he used to refer to it as a turbo sinker. Put some extra spin on it. Try to anyway. Payoff pitch coming. Here it comes. And Ohtani swings and strikes out. It was the sinker. It caught plenty of home plate. And Ohtani strikes out for the second time in the ballgame. 1 out for Mookie Betts. Betts is the only Dodger not to reach base tonight. He has flied out twice and grounded out once. Last time up, grounded out to McMahon at third. Made a really good play on it. And Mookie takes a ball in the dirt, blocked by Stallings. Right-hander Jimmy Herget now throwing in the bullpen for Colorado. Freeman waving a bat around in the on-deck circle. 1 on, 1 out. Dodgers looking to add on, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Mookie swings. It's a high drive, left center field. It's going to hang up there. On the warning track, it'll be Zach Veen pulling it down. He makes the catch, and Pages has to go back to first base. Mookie is 0 for 4. Freddie Freeman has walked twice and has a single. And for 1 tonight for Freeman. Left on left, Alexander against Freeman. Alexander's pitch, and Freddie takes outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch. That's outside. When Freeman got to the Dodgers in 22, he actually tied Jackie Robinson for the most doubles through the team's first 44 games. He had 18 of them. Robinson did that in 1950. 2-0. Swung out, a little bouncer foul. It's rolling out in fair territory near first base, but it was definitely a foul ball. 2-1. Well, Freddie's always had a good number of doubles each season. Last year dealt with some injuries, dealing with a few already this year. But the Dodgers are trying to keep him healthy. 2-1, and Freeman laces it a long way down the left field line. It is slicing. It is foul. Oh, at home run distance down in that short corner in left field, but it just sliced to the left of the foul pole. That had a chance to get out, and the ball took a left turn.
It's remarkable. The hitters call it letting the ball get deep. In other words, closer to home plate. And Freeman can stay back, and particularly on the ball that's away from him. It doesn't trade off any of the power. Forget the fact Freeman is 6'5" and very strong.
Freeman looking out of the lefty, Scott Alexander. Pages off of first. 2-2 pitch with 2 out. And he swings, pops it up. Shallow right center. Amador, the second baseman, backpedaling. Still backpedaling. He makes the catch right over his left shoulder. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and no Rockies errors. We go to the 7th inning. It's the Dodgers 5.
There's an absolute tank. Right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run.
And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there, head of the wall. It is gone! Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Top of the 7th inning, Dodgers 5, Rockies 2, with Rick Monday, Tim Everett with you, Dwayne McDonald, our producer engineer in the booth with us at Dodger Stadium, David Vassay with us as well. He'll have the post-game show plus Dodger talk after this one. And Jacob Stallings will lead off against the new pitcher. It's Kirby Yates. Yates takes over for Dreyer, who won an inning and 2/3, faced 6 men, struck out 4. And now Yates' 10th appearance, 1-0 and a 2.16 ERA. Right-hander, red leather glove. Throws a pitch just off the plate and low to Stallings for ball 1. Stallings got the Rockies on the board in the 4th inning with a 2-strike tomahawk down the left field side that got 2 runs in on a pitch that was up and out of the strike zone. He takes a rip here, and he misses, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Stallings, right-handed hitting catcher. Take it low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Stallings. That double he had in the 4th was his first extra base hit of the season. It was only his 3rd hit of the season overall, and those were his first 2 runs batted in. Yates deals inside. 53,198 on hand here tonight. Another sellout. 52,693 last night. Now 53,198 tonight. Great crowd. Should be the 5th sellout. Oh, 3-1 pitch from Yates. He missed outside and he walked him. Well, Stallings is aboard to start the 7th. Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Well, man aboard with nobody out, and Amador fouls this one away.
Yates came in the 8th inning last night, promptly hit Tovar in the left leg on a 1-2 pitch, and then promptly picked him off at first.
Just the 2nd career pickoff for Yates. Came at a great time, too. 1-1 to Amador, switch hitting second baseman, who is 1 for 2. Got his first hit of the year in the 3rd with a double. Struck out on a changeup from Landon Knack in the 4th. And a 1-1 pitch. And now he's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first is Jacob Stallings. Two-1 pitch from Yates. Swung on and crushed, but foul. That ball is hit a long way down the right side, out of play.
Hey, friends, celebrate the culture and traditions of Japan here at Dodger Stadium. Win April 28th. Japanese Heritage Night against the Marlins. So purchase a special ticket package, receive an exclusive Japanese night jersey presented by Daiso. So check it out, Dodgers.com/promotions.
2-2. And a ground ball wide of first, foul.
Out here, you did not want to bring the potential tying run to home plate with nobody out.
Another 2-2. And Amador waves and misses. He strikes out on a 4-seamer at 92.
Worked him up the ladder.
1 on and 1 out. Back to the top of the order, and Ezequiel Tovar. Tovar tonight 0 for 3. He's gone to center field all 3 times. Remember in the 3rd inning, the outstanding play that Chris Taylor made to rob him of a base hit on a sinking line drive. Tovar backs away from an inside pitch, a splitter. 1 ball, no strike. One-0 on the way from Kirby Yates. And Tovar swings, fouls it back. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Rockies. Well, the Rockies started the road trip against San Diego, were swept, but not only swept, they were shut out in all 3 games against San Diego. Swing and a miss at the splitter. And it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tovar. The Rockies 0 for 4 on this trip. And the Dodgers trying to make him 0 for 5 tonight. Here's a 1-2 from Yates. A swing and a miss. Trouble with the splitter for Tovar, and he strikes out. 2 strikeouts now for Kirby Yates in the top of the 7th inning. Now the left-handed hitting right fielder Nick Martini, former Cincinnati Red. Martini 0 for 1. Fly to left in the 3rd. Sandwiched around a couple of walks. First pitch low and in, ball 1. For the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th, Will Smith, Michael Conforto, and Tommy Edman are due up. Martini hitting .286. Stallings leads at first. Freeman playing right behind him. 1-0 pitch. And a strike called. Fastball over the outer half of the plate. So far, Dodger relievers have been getting the outs tonight with the strikeout. Jack Dreyer with 4 of them. And Yates with 2. So 6 of the 9 they've faced out of the bullpen. Between Yates and Dreyer, they have struck out, again, 6 of 9. 2 balls, 1 strike to Martini. And now the 2-1. And a ball fisted foul back into the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a pretty good jam shot right there.
He came in on the hands with the 4-seamer, and Martini was lucky to get a piece of it.
That's where as a hitter you start counting your knuckles and say, well, is it going to come in there again?
Stretch, third base side of the rubber. Yates kicks, fires, swung on and driven to the gap in right center field. That ball's going to get down and roll to the wall. Taylor will field it off the wall. Stallings is rumbling around second. He's going to be held at third, and in with a 2-out double is Martini. And the Dodgers catching a break there that Stallings just doesn't run as well as some others, and he was not able to get around third base on a ball hit to the right center gap all the way to the wall. Martini's second double of the season. And this will bring up Farmer,
who's been one of the hot hitters in baseball on the road. We mentioned he came in tonight on the road hitting at .393. This is the 10th at bat of the night for the Rockies, runners in scoring position.
Time right at the plate, second and third, 2 down. Yates delivering, pitch popped up foul and out of play, first base side. And Jimmy Herget has been throwing. Looks like he sat down, but he may be ready to come in the bottom of the 7th for Colorado. A 5-2 ball game in favor of the Dodgers. Single run in the second inning, and 4 of them in the third. 0-1 pitch in the dirt and outside. 1-1 to Farmer.
In San Diego, they go to the 10th inning tied at 1 with the Cubs.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He rifled it past him. 1-2. Yeah, maybe the Cubs and Padres should play for a while tonight.
Let them go 15, 18.
Sure. 1-2 from Yates. Inside corner, got him with a 4-seamer. Struck him out. 3 strikeouts in the inning with a double and a walk mixed in. Nothing across for Colorado.
2-2. Hit well. Right field. Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub. And they have the lead. It is 3-1. No doubter to right for number 30.
You know, it's just a matter of time. And we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance. And he really scuffled throughout spring training. But the lights are on. It's time to go, and he's going.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country. Look out in Burna Bay. Absolute tank, right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run.
And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank. Left field and deep.
You're listening to LA Dodgers baseball.
Forget about it.
On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Seventh is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 5-2, Dodgers with the lead, and Will Smith set to lead off against the new pitcher, right-hander Jimmy Herget takes over for the Rockies. Scott Alexander won an inning, hit a man, struck out a man, all the rest zeros. And Herget, no decisions, and a 3.60 ERA for Colorado. Curveball slider guy. And he has been scoreless in 4 of the 5 outings he has had so far this year. Smith, a 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning, takes outside ball 1. Five runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 5 hits for Colorado. Herget delivering home, and Will swings, hits the ball a long way to right field toward the corner. Drifting back, Martinez on the warning track in front of the bullpen, makes the running catch, and there is 1 man out.
Herget, kind of a herky-jerky delivery, has a real quick arm action at the last second.
And Michael Conforto coming up. Wanted to mention this again. We mentioned it back in the 1st inning. We gave an update on the health of Manny Mota, the Dodger legend, and we see Manny here all the time. We just wanted to pass on, in case you didn't catch it early in the game, that he's been recovering in the hospital after a blood clot situation caused him a health issue last night. And of course his son, our colleague Jose Mota, talked to him a couple times today about it. He's given us a positive report. And that's great news. Conforto gets struck by the pitch. He's heading down to first base. I just wanted to repeat that news from earlier in the game that Manny's okay. I just saw him here at the park last night. Right before the first pitch, I was in the hallway and I saw him. As I usually do. And, you know, he's one of those guys that it just brightens your day. When you see Manny, you just smile. And he's one of the most positive guys ever.
And we send our best. We talked with Jose this morning and then again this afternoon, and then we saw him at the ballpark too. So that's good news that we're hearing about Papa, as we refer to him.
Tommy Edman slices the ball the other way. That's a base hit. Edman is 4 for 4. Conforto stops at second. And have a night, Tommy Edman. 2 singles, 2 doubles. And the Dodgers with runners at first and second and 1 out.
And that 5 through 9 position we talked about earlier on the pregame show and early in the ball game too. I mean, they have been really productive tonight.
Max Muncy has walked twice and grounded out to second. 0 for 1. Pitch to Muncy. Takes a ball in the outside half, a slider. And that is a strike. 0-1 to Max. We're due to see him just lift and separate here and hit the ball out. He's due for a homer. 0-1 pitch from Herget. And Muncy watches it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, with a guy like Muncy, you know it's going to happen eventually. He's hit so many of them. I think he'd take a double here too. 1-1. He swung on and hit high in the air to left center, but Zach Veen will have room to play it. He makes the catch. And Muncy is now 0 for 2 in the ball game. 2 outs, 2 on for Chris Taylor.
Cubs have scored in the top of the 10th, still batting in San Diego against the Padres.
Got a runner at third too. They might get some more. Pitch to Taylor. He looks at a strike.
Bring the action.
Chris Taylor got the RBI single in the third inning. One of the better swings that we've seen Chris take. He's had limited action.
Conforto at second, Edman at first. 2 down, and Taylor takes outside. For Tommy Edman, the 4 hits ties a career high for him in a single game.
I mentioned that for Taylor, he came to spring training a different batting stance, and then he changed it. Well, he's changed it for the 3rd time because he's back to the bat waggle high over his right shoulder.
1-1. He dropped down a little bit, threw it sidearm, and threw it inside.
In spring training, he got rid of that movement altogether. He rested the bat on the right shoulder, then brought it up as the pitcher was about to make the throw. Then he went through the second phase to where he had the bat off the shoulder, but the barrel of the bat was a little bit behind the right shoulder at a different angle. Now the barrel is kind of 3/4 and waggled.
2-1, bounced foul into the Dodger dugout where the ball pinballs around.
I'm going to say 3/4. If you're looking at him, the bat, if you're standing behind him, the bat is about a 45-degree angle to the left. And then he moves it around, kind of a circular motion. And at times last year, he got caught in that circular motion, and he was late on a lot of swings.
As Diaz just calling time. It might have been the engagement warning.
And that's circling the bat is in a clockwise position. So if you want to get a pretty good idea of what it's doing.
2-2 to Taylor. Outside, 3-2. Now the runners will get a head start. Conforto's at second, Edmonds at first, 2 men out. Dodgers looking to pad their 3-run lead here. 5-2. Dodgers are up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stretching the pitch, runners go. Taylor swings, fouls it back. Got a curveball to hit. A lot of the 53,000 plus are still here. Payoff pitch from Jimmy Herget to Chris Taylor. Runners go, and Taylor pops it up right side, foul ground. Kyle Farmer, the first baseman, right near the coach's box, will make the catch. Side retired, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. No Rockies errors. We go to the top of the 8th inning at Dodgers.
Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the 9th, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
2-2. Hit well, right field, Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1, no doubter to right for number 30.
It's just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
Your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball.
5-2. And the top of the 8th brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. Ryan McMahon, third baseman, left-handed hitter, takes a strike. Kirby Yates won an inning, gave up a hit, walked a man, struck out 3, and held the Rockies scoreless. For Vesia, his 10th outing. No decisions and an ERA of an even 3. 0-1 pitch. And that snapped in low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rockies get more action. Seth Halverson, a right-hander throwing. Stretch by Vesia. The lefty sends this pitch toward the plate. Swung out and missed. 1-2 to McMahon. Dodgers don't see the Rockies again until June. 3 in Colorado, late June. 24th, 25th, 26th. Now a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and just bounced foul slowly down the third base side. Rockies come back here in September. Second week in September. Dodgers are also in Colorado for a 4-gamer in August. One-two pitch. And that's up high. Remember all those many years ago, Mo, we used to go to the divisional cities 3 times a year instead of 2? Not long ago. 2-2 pitch. A little bit high, 3-2.
Had that discussion with Larry Bow and a couple of other people in Philadelphia in particular. And it's still something that's not totally embraced by many.
There are some who feel you should play your divisional opponents more. From 19 down to 13. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. And McMahon will draw a walk for the second time in the game, and he heads down to first base. What Major League Baseball has done with the new schedule, it's not new anymore. We've been into it for a few seasons now, is that everybody plays everybody. Now, you don't play your interleague games home and home with American League teams, but you will alternate year after year, 1 home series, 1 away series. Will Smith, not happy with the condition of his glove, might have broken a lace. He goes over and gets a new one. And Will Smith's catcher's gear on the shoulder pad part of it, it's got some great artwork with the number 42 all over it. Multiple colors, really neat looking. Well, nobody out. McMahon at first, ground ball to third. Muncie's got it. He goes to second. Kike Hernandez in at second. He makes the turn, and that is an around the horn double play.
Well, it's so important to field that ball and then give the second baseman a good throw. That's exactly what Muncie did. Took a little extra time, make sure he got the good throw. And then a good relay over to first base.
After Goodman grounds into the double play. So Kike at second base. Tommy Edmonds gone out to center field. And Chris Taylor's moved over to left with Conforto coming out of the game. 2 down, here's Mickey Moniak. He swings and misses at the fastball inside.
Padres bottom of the 10th, trailing 2-1. Tying run at third, 2 outs.
And an 0-1 pitch. And Moniak looks at a strike. Another fastball whistled past him. And here we are, scoreboard watching in April, huh?
I like it.
I do too. I mean, they got off to such a great start. Dodgers are trailing them in the standings. Why not watch?
We knew they were going to be an interesting team.
0-2, swung on, lifted in the air to right center field, shallow. Tommy Edman running over. He'll make a running catch right in front of Andy Pages. And the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers 5, Rockies 2.
AM 570, LA.
Talk to me. Talk
This
to
is
me.
called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Max Muncy in the air. Max Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. Well, Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Not one person made eye contact. Now they're going to come for him.
Please welcome 2025 National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. Wow. Great pitch, Ichiro. And congratulations on your well-deserved induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. We cannot wait to celebrate you all season long.
Seth Halverson coming into the game for the Rockies to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers with a 5-2 lead. And it'll be Pages, Ohtani, and Betts here in the bottom of the 8th. Halverson's 6th appearance, no decisions, and an ERA over 5. Right-hander sent to throw to Andy Pages. Pages without a hit tonight, but he's been on base twice. He walked and was hit by a pitch, and he takes a strike.
Cubs did hold on and defeat Padres in 10, 2-1.
So the Dodgers get 3 more outs on the other side. They can pick up a game on both the Padres, and they'll pass the Giants and move into second. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Giants, after losing to Philadelphia, 12-5, and the Dodgers would go to 13-6 if they hang on here, which would make them even Steven right now with the 2 games in hand. And Pages hits the ball to shallow right center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Moniak got a late break. He could not get to the baseball, and Andy Pages comes up with a single. That ends an 0 for 12 streak for him, and this will bring up Shohei Ohtani. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com.
Tim, I think that base hit is really in reference to what I've been talking about for 2 nights. Outfield plays very deep for the Rockies.
Pitch to Ohtani, a wave and a miss at a splitter.
Ohtani pulled off another pitch.
Shohei has struck out twice and grounded into a force out, plus walked and scored. So 0 for 3. Pages leads at first. Halverson's pitch swung on and missed. Another splitter outside. So 2 identical splitters that were off the plate, and Ohtani chased them. And now with 2 strikes, he gets a brief time, gets back in the left-hand batter's box. Mookie Betts waits on deck. Nobody out. Pages at first. And here comes Halverson's 0-2 pitch to Ohtani. Pause. Now the pitch. And he reaches for it, hits it right back to Halverson. Throw to second. Picked up by Tovar. Throw to first too late. They do get the force at second, as Ohtani just poked a little grounder right back to the pitcher. He reaches first. The putout goes 1-6. Good play by Tovar at second base, too, to pick up the low throw by the pitcher.
It's not that often you see the shortstop taking the throw from the pitcher and having to feel it on one hop.
Mookie Betts 0 for 4 tonight. Ohtani's at first, and Halverson deals home. And Betts takes a strike. Slider on the outside edge. One on, one out. Throw to first base, and Ohtani dives back safely without a tag.
Well, different positioning we're seeing from first base umpires this year. The runner at first base. They're directly in line, pitcher to the first base bag, and then the umpire's there. And as the throw goes to home plate, then you see the umpire switch over to the foul line.
Farmer holding on Ohtani. Ohtani's got a good lead. Halverson, the pitch. Ohtani goes for second. Ground ball to short. That is picked up by Tovar. Thrown on to first base. Betts is out, and Ohtani safe at second. And Mookie Betts, the only Dodger not to reach base in the ballgame. He's 0 for 5. Dodgers are 1 for their last 12 with men on base. Freddie Freeman had a single in the first, walked and scored in the third. 1 for 2 tonight with a couple of walks. The Dodgers with double barrel action in the bullpen. Right-hander Luis Garcia and left-hander Tanner Scott, depending what they do here. Freddie, line drive, left field, a base hit. Ohtani's going to be waved home. Here comes the throw. It's offline. He scores. And into second base is Freeman, and the Dodgers lead it 6-2.
We didn't waste any time either. First pitch goes with the pitch. So with Ohtani going on that ground ball to shortstop, it wound up just being a fielder's choice, but into scoring position. And that throw missed home plate by 20 feet.
Well, a single for Freddie, goes to second on the throw, but he drives in the run. It's his 5th RBI of the season. And a big insurance run now, and a 4-run lead at 6-2. Will Smith hit a 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning. As part of the 4-run third the Dodgers produced. He takes a strike. So now you got to figure Tanner Scott's going to sit down now that it's not a safe situation, a 4-run advantage. And we'll see Luis Garcia in the 9th. 0-1 pitch. Wave and a miss by Smith, and it's 0-2. Pretty good looking slider from Seth Halverson. Halverson, pretty good late inning guy. Rockies get some good innings out of him, but he's given up some runs already this year. The splitter to the lefties is tough, and the slider to the righties is tough. Bottom of the 8th, 1 on, 2 out. Freeman at second. 0-2 pitch to Will Smith coming from Halverson. And here it is. And Will swings, fouls it back right off the fists into the screen. 101 on a 2-seamer. So Halverson can throw some gas. Oh, and 2 to Will Smith. Stretch. Kick in the pitch. And he basically hit it out of the catcher's mitt foul. A little bit late for Smith with the splitter. That splitter, pretty good one. Kind of looks like the one that Kirby Yates throws.
Well, you have to gear up for 101. And then you see a pitch that coming out of the hand, same trajectory, and it gets to home plate, the bottom falls out.
And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a ground ball. Deep at short. Tovar will throw it to first. Farmer can't hang on. And Will Smith is safe. Freeman advancing to third. That was a tough play. Hit hard to the right side of the shortstop Tovar. Too far for the third baseman McMahon to get to. And Tovar just picked it up and threw it on 2 hops to first. And Farmer just couldn't squeeze it at the end.
Yeah, and that last hop was a short hop.
So that'll be a hit for Smith. He's got 2 hits in the game. Kike Hernandez batting in Conforto's spot. His first plate appearance of the ballgame. And he has hit safely in 3 of his last 5. He's got his average up just a bit to 125. And he takes high. He does have 4 home runs on the season. But 4 of his 6 hits are home runs. Kike in to play second base last half inning. Halverson ready to throw. Runners off the corners. 2 outs. And the 1-0 pitch. Kike gets around on it a little bit late, slices it foul out of play down the right field side. Don't forget, tomorrow Bobby Miller will get called up and is expected to make the start for the Dodgers, his first of 2025 at the big league level. And he will oppose German Marquez, who is 0-2 for Colorado. Same time tomorrow night right here. 1-1. Outside and low. Tried the splitter and missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, 2 on. Dodgers looking for their 13th win against 6 losses. And pitch inside to Kike. 3-1. Dodgers had a little more difficult of a road trip than they anticipated to Philadelphia and Washington, winning only 2 games out of the 6 there. Then won only 1 against the Cubs, losing 2 in that series recently completed. 3-1, a strike call on the inside corner. That was pretty far inside, but Laz Diaz rung up a strike anyway. Full count, 3-2. Smith will run from first. Freeman has a lead at third. There goes Will. And the pitch fouled off to the right. Kike fought off a slider. Dodgers will wrap up the series with the Rockies tomorrow. Thursday's a travel day. And off to Texas for 3. And the Cubs for 2 before returning home to take on Pittsburgh and Miami. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. That's up and in. Ball 4. And the Dodgers have loaded the bases for Tommy Edman.
What a night that Edmonds had to this point. He can cap it off with a great evening.
He has tied his career high 4 for 4. He can get a career high 5 for 5. Seems to be rather comfortable out there at the plate tonight. Darryl Scott, the pitching coach for the Rockies, will come out and pay Halverson a visit here. 2 down, bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. The mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Last time up, Edmonds' first pitch, line drive single to left field.
Well, all in all, the Dodgers have put up 10 hits again. They did that last night. Season high 10 hits, 2 nights in a row. Edmonds, switch hitter, batting left. Looking to add on. Freeman at third, Smith at second. Kike Hernandez is at first. And the pitch from Seth Halverson to Tommy Edman. Swings, hits a bouncing ball foul up the first base side for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 to Edman. Last time he had 4 hits in a game, you got to go back to May 15th, 2023, almost 2 years ago. Pitch is way high and outside to Edman. 1 ball, 1 strike. The stretch by Halverson. Here's his 1-1 pitch with the bases loaded behind him. Edman waves and misses at a sinker. 99 miles an hour. Should mention also that Will Smith with that base hit is 10 for 13 with runners in scoring position this season. He's been Mr. Clutch so far. And a 1-2 now to Tommy Edman. He lets it go outside, 2-2. Halverson tried the splitter in this. Now, Jacob Stallings, the catcher, will go out and have another visit with him.
Last Dodger with 5 hits in a game last year. Towards the end of the year in Miami. Of course, that was a record-setting trip for Shohei Ohtani. Not only did Ohtani have 5 hits, he went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs.
It was a good month he had that afternoon. Here's a 2-2 to Tommy Edman. He swings, hits the ball in the air to left, popped it up. Zach Veen is underneath it. He'll make the catch. Dodgers leave him loaded. We're going to the 9th inning as Freddie Freeman drives in a run, gets Ohtani home.
2-2. Hit well, right field. Kyle Tucker, first homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1. No doubter to right for number 30.
You know, it's just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on. It's time to go, and he's going.
In the dirt, gets away, here comes Hill, he's gonna score, 3 wins, 3 walk-offs to start the season.
Kyle, you can't make this stuff up.
What a way to begin the season for the Marlins.
The first place Marlins.
And all the Pirates can do is tuck their tails and get out of town. What a start for this bunch led by Clayton McCullough. They don't care how they're gonna win, they'll just find a way to do it.
Dodgers up 2-0, and the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough, and it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. That was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there.
Very moment. Back to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers, top of the 9th, 3 outs to get. Luis Garcia comes out of the bullpen. 9th appearance for Garcia. He's 1-0 and a 7.27 ERA. Largely because his last outing on the 12th against the Cubs resulted in 4 earned runs in just a third of an inning pitch. So the right-handed veteran gets set to throw, and he fires inside of the left fielder, Zach Veen, for ball 1, 1-0. Veen 0 for 3 tonight, hitting 111 on the season. Struck out twice and flied to center. 1-0 pitch from Garcia. Swung on and flied foul out of play. Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Muncy even with a bag off the line at third. Betts deep and close to the bag at short. Right side deep for Veen. Swings and he fouls it over by the Rocky dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Veen. Dodgers trying to put the finishing touches on the Rockies here on Jackie Robinson Day. It's turned into night. Pitch, grounder just wide of first, foul. And the quote from Jackie Robinson that is inscribed on the statue out on the center field plaza: "A life is not important except for the impact it has on other lives." And certainly Jackie Robinson had a major impact, not just on baseball, but on society during his time and thereafter. Pitch fouled away to the left.
You know, it's really amazing when you talk about someone that has really left a footprint. He's still impacting lives.
His legacy lives on through his family and through Major League Baseball and the Dodgers. 1-2 fouled back. Veen and then Jacob Stallings and then Adi Alamador, their scheduled hitters. 7, 8, 9 in the Rockies batting order. Here's a 1-2 on the way to Veen. Garcia throws it inside. It's pulled foul down the right field side. Almost makes the second deck. Underneath the World Championship plaques that are out there. One, two again. Swing and a foul ball. So Veen making it tough on Garcia. Thrown 8 pitches at him already. Garcia got his first win as a Dodger on the 29th of March in extra innings against the Tigers here at Dodger Stadium. Now the stretch, the kick, the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball right side. Charging is Kike Hernandez. He gloves it. Really short underhand toss to Freddie Freeman for the out. 1 down, 2 to get. Let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves. This is the world champion, Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Jacob Stallings had a 2-run double earlier in the ball game. The catcher splitting time with Hunter Goodman behind the plate. There is a sweeper and a big cut and a miss by Stallings for strike 1. Garcia, a couple of leg pumps with that front left leg. Now he settles on the hill, kicks and delivers another pitch. This one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stallings. Grounded to short in the second inning. Again, doubled in 2 runs and was stranded in the 4th. Last time up in the 7th, he drew a walk. Right-handed batter chokes up a little bit on the bat. Pitch low and away. And that big sweeping slider that Garcia throws. "56 degrees currently at Dodger Stadium. Cool night. Pretty pleasant for April." And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chase the sinker. That was on the outer half. 2-2.
Unbutton your shirt and take a good rip.
Stallings wants time. Got to readjust the Velcro on the batting gloves after that.
He may have to rebutton his shirt. That was a huge swing.
He went up there with bad intentions, but you can't hit a 4-run homer with nobody on base.
Nope.
And a 2-2 to Stallings from Garcia. That is low, bouncing and backhanded by the catcher Smith. 3-2. And all the Dodgers want Garcia to do here is throw strikes. They got the first out. Again, nobody on. They not want to add any base runners. Payoff pitch from Garcia. Swung on and a bouncer towards second. What a stab by Kike Hernandez. He straightens up, throws to first. Boy, that is an outstanding play by Kike Hernandez. Going to his glove side left. Reaching out and just stabbing the sharply hit baseball right on the lip of the outfield grass. Stumbling, regaining his balance, and throwing to first.
Well, getting the ball and then maintaining the balance in order to make the throw, quite a play indeed. And if we look at the last couple of games, what has reappeared with this Dodger ball club? Some defense. Terrific catch, 3rd inning by Chris Taylor in center field.
Ariel Amador, the switch-hitting second baseman, swings over the top of a sweeper. The Rockies down to their final out. They're 1 out away from extending their franchise worst start to a season to 3-14. It would also be the worst record in Major League Baseball at this point in the season. A swing and a miss, and the Rockies are down to their final strike. Fans at Dodger Stadium rising as one. Garcia trying to finish it up. And here is the 0-2 pitch. It bounces. A little bit short on the splitter. Trying to get that chase with 2 strikes. Looks like Jack Dreyer's in line for his second major league win. Coming in relief of Landon Knack. Ready for the 1-2. Garcia stretching. Glove at the belt. Now he kicks, fires. A swing and a chopper foul, and Amador stays alive. Well, Garcia's got his hand on the plug, waiting to pull it. But the Rockies still with a faint heartbeat. 1-2 the count. And again, Garcia ready to throw the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And that is just down low. Count goes to 2-2. And a collective groan of the crowd on a close pitch just below the knees. Two and two. Here it is. Swinging a grounder foul up the first base side. Amador doing what he can to stay alive. Amador called up on Sunday. Played the final game against San Diego in that series, and then has started the first 2 here in Los Angeles. Two and two to Adiel Amador from Luis Garcia. Garcia's pitch is on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the left into the third deck. Amador is battling. He will get an 8th pitch in this at bat from Garcia. And Garcia already into his stretch position. He'll throw a 2-2 again. Swung on, and that's bounced foul up the right side. Amador doesn't want to go home.
Nope.
He wants to stay out here and play catch with the bat all night. Garcia's got some other ideas. Again, the 2-2 pitch to Amador. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and the ball game is over. And the Dodgers have taken the first 2, winning this one 6-2 tonight, and raising their record to 13-6, and moving into a second-place tie with the Giants. And they also pick up a game on the Padres, who lost to the Cubs. The Rockies drop to 3-14. 6-2 the final. Dodgers win it. Rick and I are back to wrap it up in a moment.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge, because it's time to play ball.
5 a.m.
Or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet. Solo session.
Or team effort.
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.